sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck. I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To bring it. Already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. On 4th down, Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st down, Watson swings this out for Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. He'll get this to Bell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
Was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Right back to his right. 45 before going out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should be looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next year for the quarterback to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround.
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He stiff arms him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will reach reach the 8-yard line before going out. 122 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little...
And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To try again after the sack, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for. An interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Chubb. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And the Browns take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
They didn't have time, or what the case was?
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Going to try the right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Inside give to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Watson on first down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They run it again with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Watson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go back to Pollard on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by Clunny there on 3rd and 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll run left with Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting.
Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, Hurts goes right back to Smith again. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hurts. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Run for Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Looking to throw, Prescott. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make this a 9-point lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
This is Smith with a grab.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 64 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A first down carry by Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And the tackle, Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a...
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime.